How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're gonna talk about Batwoman season. No, hold on. It's season one. Yes, season one, episode 14, titled "Grinning from Ear to Ear." Uh, this episode comes off of Kate and Sophie kissing, uh, as well as Mary finding out that Kate is Batwoman. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, it's late at night. Apparently. Now, you may be wondering, uh, what are the repercussions to this? What are we gonna see? Well, it seems on the side of Sophie and Kate kissing, um, the repercussions are they're smiling like they've just done the horizontal tango with someone. Like they're literally grinning. It's They get called out. Mary calls out Sophie, and Luke calls out Kate. It's interesting to note that this is a relationship that we actually, as a result of this, as in an attempt to cut it off with each other, um, Sophie's mother visits, and we find out that Sophie's mother is not a fan of Batwoman. For you guessed it, she's a lesbian. Her mother isn't a very how should I say it? She's not a fan of that aspect of Batwoman. Um because she's just wrong. Like in every sense of the word, she's just wrong. Like but she's one of those people, the people we don't associate with because of their opinions on that particular subject that I'm not going to get into anymore. Because this video will get suppressed beyond all possible reason. So, yeah, we find out that her mother is that, and we also then we move. That's that. Sophie, towards the end of the episode, I think it's actually pretty close to the end of the episode. Towards the end of the episode, comes out to her mother, and her mother reacts in the way one would expect of a person of her mother's leanings to her daughter coming out as that particular orientation. It's really hard to not say the word. Uh, her, I'm just gonna say it. Who cares if the video gets suppressed? Uh, if it does it. Whatever. She comes out of she comes out to her mother. Her mother gets upset that her daughter's a lesbian and tries to use race and sex as a reason for not her mother's excuses are just that, and oh my god, Brave, stop. Apparently her mother's name is Diane, so we're just gonna call her that person because she doesn't get a name. Oh, now obviously, we are as good people in 2020 know that Diane's mindset is not okay, but who knows? Let's see where the writers take this part. Maybe she'll come back and come to her senses. You can only hope. If she doesn't, then she was never worth the like 5 minutes she had in the show. Now let's switch over to the overarching story, which is Duella Dent. she is she has a very interesting last name. One that we might all recognize from a certain district attorney that becomes a Batman villain. Turns out, yeah, she's his niece. Um, and apparently he's not a bad guy yet, which means at all, probably. Um, but that's he makes a little cameo mention kind of thing, right? Duella Det had at the beginning of the episode she had cut her face up, somewhat similar to Dark Knight Joker. How the Joker's dad had slit his throat to be a grin. She had cut her face to be a frown, I guess, to match what she actually sees what she sees in a mirror, like her own vision of herself. Um, it's it's something, and apparently now she's going after socialites. The Instagram famous people. It probably would have looked better if I was doing it like this with my phone. I don't know if you guys can see that, so it probably doesn't make a difference. But yeah, she goes after those who are Instagram famous and slices up the parts next to the mouth, like right here, to match her own scars that were apparently like fixed by a plastic surgeon. But not everything is perfect. And yeah, she's going after everyone. As some kind of like revenge or something, because she was institutionalized obviously for the cuts on her face, um, which of course she was, like she cut her face. That screams mental instability. And of course, and towards of course she gets caught, right? Batwoman and Sophie catch her by working together, and she goes to GCPD, right? Right? No. Turns out, after kidnapping a psychiatrist, or psychologist, I don't know which one the dude was, some mental health professional, and then kidnapping Cartwright himself, um, or in order to kidnap Cartwright himself, Alice, Alice, you know, meets up with Duella, and you know how they can put like a secondary face over their face and pretend to be someone else? Yeah, Alice took Duella's face in its entirety. It's actually kind of disturbing. Uh, because you help me, I help you, kind of thing, and leaves her alive just without a face. And oh my god, it is actually something pretty gruesome. You really, I hope you've seen the episode if you're watching this already. But like, yeah, she goes and meets up with Dr. Cartwright, and yeah, then she reveals that it's really Alice. She kidnaps Cartwright. Tells him I'm looking for Mouse, blah blah blah. And we find out that the gas that he had put under Mouse under is actually fear toxin. And he's left Mouse breathing that in. So we may get Scarecrow and Batwoman, which would be interesting. At the same time, I don't think Mouse is gonna survive, or at least if he does, he won't be sane after all of that. And yeah, that's I believe that's where the episode ends. Oh no, the episode ends with Mary more or less confronting Kate about being Batwoman, just without her actually doing it. She was like, "Remember when you found out I was in a illegal clinic? Yada yada yada. I trusted you." And then she says, "I hope one day you can trust me." This is, I think, as close as Mary is gonna get to confronting Kate about being Batwoman without actually full on saying, "I know you're Batwoman." At least for now. I'm actually looking forward to the dynamic with Mary just being cheeky about it, like, oh, she knows the information from Kate, and when she's talking to Batwoman, she just uses it straight up, like, oh yeah, this, that, and just gives her the information she has. And it's I think it's gonna be a little interesting. The dynamics shifted a bit, and I can't wait to see where it goes next. Now, tell me what you guys thought of this episode down in the comment section down below. I thought, for one, it was pretty good. We got to see multiple storylines and whatnot, a little bit, move on. And the villain of the week wasn't, well, it was actually unique for once. I don't think I've ever heard of someone who does that, at least not in DC. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought of it in that on the description down below, not description, the comment section down below. Speaking of description, links to all of my channels, social medias, etc., down in the description. Be sure to, click those links and whatnot. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.